Now this is something that I've wanted to try for absolutely ages. I want to try making an album. The whole album, that includes the recording, the writing, the mixing, the mastering, if we're going to do that, who knows, and making the album artwork. I'm going to try and do the whole thing in 12 hours. Now, you may be wondering why I would try and attempt to do something like this in 12 hours. Well, it's because I'm one of those people, whereas if you give me a specified amount of time to do something, so you give me a month to do something, I would take the entire month, because I struggle with perfectionism. So, I've got those 12 hours, I've got 9 or 10 tracks, so say an hour on each track. What are the other 2 hours for? Well, I'm going to give myself an hour to mix everything in context, and then an hour to come up with some album artwork and titles for the songs, because that's something that I would also spend an insane amount of time on. Whereas if I've got a deadline, that's it. I've just got to pick with whatever I can come up with. And I'm really excited about this. I've always dreamt about being on an album, recording an album, and I've been fortunate enough to do so. But I kind of think it's nice to do something for yourself and push yourself like this. I'm going to do it in my little room, and I'm going to record everything in there. I'm going to do it all on my old Studio One DAW DAW recording studio, and I'm just going to record it all on there. So some of the other limits that I'm going to say is that I have to use every instrument in the music room. I have to use everything at least once, because I think that gives me some sort of, it gives me a starting path, and sometimes starting as well, as much as anything, is the difficult part. Because it's taken me all day to get out to the point where I'm talking to the camera and starting on this whole series off. Because, I don't know, I want things to be perfect. I have a vision for how things are in my head, and they don't always turn out like that. And I think that's what I'm scared of. But I find quite often, once I've done something, and then I'll look back on it, I'm kind of more impressed by what I actually did instead of what I was trying to do in my head, in some kind of weird way. So yeah, I hope you enjoy coming along for the journey with me. It's going to be 12 hours. I'm going to be realistic about it, so I'm going to not include things like time for lunch and toilet breaks. I'll stop the timer. I don't know how I'm going to time it yet, but we'll figure that out as we go. And you know, sometimes it is just about the process, like just going through the motions, that makes you come up with things that you didn't think you were capable of. So yeah, and as well, I really enjoy seeing band documentaries, and I'm really excited to just sort of make my own about how I made this thing. And I'm not expecting it to be perfect. In fact, I'm embracing the idea that it won't be. Once I've done it, that's it. That's my first album, and I want to be able to look back on this and kind of go, yeah, I did that. Probably wasn't perfect. In fact, it won't be perfect. There'll be lots of wrong notes because I won't have time to fix them. And yeah, I think there's something to be said for letting go of that. So I'm gonna sort of release it in a bit of a series. I'm not sure how many episodes it'll be. I'm gonna try and do it in a series. Because it's going to take me a long time to edit these things. I'm not the world's quickest editor, I'm not the world's best editor, so I'm just going to not put too much of a limit on that, because I know there's a lot of things that I need to learn with that. But I'll try and record as much as I can, because I know that I'll need to change the battery and empty memory cards and charge batteries and all that lovely stuff. But the actual creative process, I'm going for 12 hours. I'm looking forward to it. And at the end of it, I'm going to release it. I'll stick it on Spotify so people can listen to it. Maybe put it on Bandcamp, SoundCloud. I don't know. I'm not expecting it to be some kind of miracle. As long as someone enjoys it. As much as anything, it's for myself. Because I have so many unfinished musical ideas that get to go nowhere, and I'm excited for them to have a home. I think my biggest hope, as much as anything, is that it inspires at least one person to have a go at doing something like this. That one project you've been putting off for, I don't know, years. It's been years for me. I'm sure it's been the same for other people as well. Just make a start. just find something like this, put yourself a deadline and be like, okay, this is the amount of time I have to do it. I just do it. And if it inspires one person to do that, that's my measure of success. I'm not expecting loads of listens. In fact, you know, it's not what it's for. It's for making a start and doing something and documenting it and making my commitment to start. I'm on my way home. It's freezing. It's already gone dark, so I've already slightly gone over my deadline. But yeah, we've made a start, and that's the important thing. I hope you enjoy it.